M0FXB, very good morning from the UK. It's 7:14 AM here, and we're going to talk ICOM ID-52 60th anniversary model. So what do you think about this device? It's identical looking to the ICOM 52 that you can see on the left, but it has USB-C charging and some other features. Luxurious metallic body color, unique 60th anniversary hand strap, special packaging with an elegant red foil embossing logo. It's the USA version that we're seeing. Quite a long write-up on this. I mean, it was a beautiful radio anyway. Quite a big radio, I would say. Dual digital receive. That was one of the things I really liked about it. The fact that you can send photographs without using the app, without using software. Built-in GPS. And when you select the GPS, you can see the satellites. Mine's actually the Japan model. I got this direct from Japan. I was the first in the UK to get one. Let's see if we get a GPS lock on mine. We'll turn on my hotspot. I've got an DV Mega here. We're going to turn this on now. Fire it up. We'll find the charger for it. There you go. This is made by DV Mega magnetic charger watch. Should fire up once I plug it in the other end. There it goes. Give that a minute. Carl makes these. He's on Facebook at DV Mega. Completely wireless, or you can use Ethernet. Cup of tea on the go that says Ham Tech from the wife. Right, it's on now. Very nice. Leave that there. Get my radio. See if we can connect it to, let's try reflector 1 Charlie. Which reflectors do you like using?
Linking to REF001 Charlie.
Probably get that in the shot as well. No rush. Everyone here at home is asleep. See if I can get that in and the hotspot. So the radio that Yaesu have come out with to be
Link to REF001 Charlie.
is actually the Yaesu FT5. So do you prefer the FT5 or the 52? Getting organised with the gadgets. Okay, I'll put the hotspot there as well, like So for now, right, let's minimize that. Zonk. Put that there for now. So on the left, the ICOM, no, on the left, Yaesu FT5. On the right, the ICOM 52 Japan model. Let's get back to the new 60th anniversary. If we look really closely at it, I can't see any physical differences between the original. I mean, it's a nice looking set. Let me get my hotspot out of the way. There you go, faffing a bit, but the hotspot's there. Okay, I've got my chat window there, hoping that we can chat as well. Okay. Hi everyone. Is that working?
That the Trump rally shooter Thomas Crooks.
Oh no. Right, okay. Let's have a look at this info that we're getting about the 52.
Okay.
Let's have a read. While the previous ID-52 AE required a cable connection, the 52 Plus can now connect wirelessly to an Android device over Bluetooth. Connecting to an Android device with the RS-MS38 app, DSTAR, Digital Smart Technologies for Amateur Radio, communication is possible through a cellular phone. You can smoothly start terminal mode and access point mode operation wirelessly even when you are going out. You can also operate these modes by connecting your ID-52 Plus to a PC. So I'm not seeing that any of this is actually new, because we can do a lot of this already. The main thing is the USB-C. Dual watch terminal mode. Yeah, and I've tested dual watch. You can actually listen to two DSTAR repeaters at the same time. Share pictures. I do like that feature. You just go menu and then scroll to the photograph or picture, the word picture, select, and you get this window, and you can send over DSTAR, and it can be person to person. It doesn't have to be over a reflector. That's very cool. Back out. If we back out, see if I can show it here. So that's how you send a photograph now. Just hit the quick and it gives you the option to send. VFO is like your back button. No GPS lock at the moment, we'll keep trying. When you have got one, it looks fantastic. Menu, GPS, and when and if we get a lock in this shack, it will appear there. See if I can find my booster. See if I can get my booster. Right, I'll put my booster there. If we get a lock, that will appear. Let's slide over. So we do have a photograph. I haven't seen this one before. Of the USB-C. So that's probably, that is probably the change, isn't it? And I think it's very likely they're gonna do this with the ICOM 705. And it's nice because you can interface with all your software programs, programming, etc. Yeah, the one I have is actually it's the Japan model. What it is, I just couldn't get one, and I was, just really wanted to get one. And I went on this Japan site called Buyee, Buyee, and they had one. I couldn't believe it. No one in the world had one. I think there were some demonstration models in the USA, but outside of Europe, so outside of the USA and in Europe, you just couldn't get one. And so I just took a chance, and I went click, 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 paid it was £600, and I just took a chance. And literally a week later it turned up, and I couldn't believe it, and I started making videos on it then, learning it. I mean, I had the ICOM 51, so I was reasonably familiar with how it worked. Still no GPS lock. It's a shame. They say they've improved the Bluetooth. I wonder if, because the GPS on it, it's okay, but it's not brilliant. We get my I've got my D75 here. Let's see how long it takes to get a GPS. Just plonk it next to it. I've got the hotspot next to it as well. Bit of a delay on the camera. Not the best image, is it? See if I can focus a bit better. A bit better. It's quite bright. Let's see if we get a lock on that one. We have a lock. That was lucky, wasn't it? Check that out. You can see the satellites here. That's because I've got this little GPS booster dongle. It gets the signal that I'm already using and just gives it a boost. Oh, don't know how I did that. Chat. That window that's just appeared with the chat. The frequencies are the Japan frequencies, so that there's a couple of frequencies in there I can't get, at the end, but it didn't have an effect on my use. But when it comes to receive, everything worked anyway. But on transmit, there was a couple of, I think if you look up the Japan frequencies, they're slightly different, but not a massive difference, so it was completely usable. I had to change the language when it came. That was the hardest bit. I mean, it is definitely one of the best radios I've got, easily. It's got a big screen. I mean, look at the GPS. It just looks nice. And the fact that I can turn on 2 hotspots, and listen to 2 hotspots. I think it's the only DSTAR radio that can do that. What else they've written here? The ID-52 Plus features a USB Type-C terminal and is widely used in the industry. I wonder if they're going to... if anyone is going to make an adapter that we did with the ICOM 705, or is it actually soldered to the board? It probably is, isn't it? With the 705 it was a removable component. I use one of these. See this thing here? Hopefully you can see that. It's about £1 and it's micro USB to USB-C, and I just use that. Works completely fine, even with the interface to programs. It says here supports PC programming, reading and writing, content to micro SD cards, terminal access point, mode compatibility and CRV control. So it does everything basically. It says here USB PD is not supported. Okay. Don't know what that is. So they haven't given loads of info. They've announced it. There's a leaflet that you can see there, which is more of a nice picture, photograph. I wonder why they say with a special price. Do they mean that in a good way? Let's move this out of the way. How did that appear there? There you go, we got the 75 and the 52 showing. Both lovely devices. Kenwood's still not got the GPS, but you can see that we have got the GPS now. We had it and then it went, so it's not a strong signal. So nice box with a special price and a strap. 2,400 units only, but why? I don't feel like that's going to cover the whole globe. Why not 10,000 units? But I noticed that all the sellers are advertising them, so maybe they're saying that and then they'll miraculously produce some more. So have you had much luck with terminal mode? I tend to use Doozy when if I'm going to use terminal mode, which is ultimately is internet mode. Doozy is made by PI7 LIM. You just need a cable, USB cable, and it will work with the USB-C. And there it is there. And I know that's the 705, but you plug it into Doozy, and then you're on all the reflectors just by going into terminal mode. Looks like we've got our satellite lock back. There you go, that helps. So the 75, push the hash at the bottom and it turns on the GPS, which is here. It should come on quite quick now. We've actually got it in TNC mode at the moment. Let's go to see if we can get into DR mode. There you go. Hotspot list. That's one of the new things they added with the 75 was the hotspot list. You have a separate little directory that you don't have to create. It's sort of there always. And you've got this hotspot list. Let's try and connect to reflector 1 again. M0FXB connect. See them both come to life.
2REF001 Charlie.
I think we're connected now. That's good. Normally busy. Let me find the dashboard. The nice thing about my hotspot, it gives an IP address. 192.4.0.4. Enter. There you are, there's my hotspot. Now, if I just go to power, so you go configuration, sign in, Pi-Star Raspberry, hit power, reboot, and normally when it comes back on, it will come to life. Go and grab my cup of tea.
Linking to REF030 Charlie. Link to REF030 Charlie.
Okay, we have a cup of tea. Still no activity. We've got a GPS lock with the 75 now. Let's show you that. Just quickly. You can see there. GPS lock here with location. And then if we go down to here, you've got the GPS lock. If you want to show yours, you have to go to menu. Go to set. Of course, it's been a while since I've looked at this. Let me have a look now. Display. Sure, it's there under single screen. Brightness dim. Cool. Receive position indicator. There is a single band display. GPS info, look. VFO is like your back button. Looks like we're in single receive there. If we hold down, there's HubNet there. We can dim it down a bit, it's a bit bright. Oh, it is on dim.
So I'm at G4.
It's quite a bright device. We can change the colour. There you are. What do you think of the white colour?
Yeah, the Morse thing. I don't know. I did start it back up again, and I don't know. Since I've got older, if I find something a little bit.
So the nice thing about it is that you can listen to your.
Stressed out about it. I think, oh, I don't know.
You can listen to your repeater
I think I'm just lazy.
and do DSTAR at the same time.
Very lazy, and I won't sort of push myself to realize it. You know, it's sad, isn't it?
Let's try linking again.
But I should be inspired now. Yeah, I can't remember what I told about the new ones.
Do information, see if it tells us what we're linked to. Key up. M0FXB test.
Genuine vintage Junkers.
Link 2 R.
Oh, it says we are linked to Reflector 1 Charlie. If anyone's on there, give us a call.
Charlie.
It was designed back in the 20s by some
So,
in the German Navy. I probably said all this to you guys. Apologies. But anyway, I haven't actually got
yeah, I see all those listings
from my
in Japan,
friend
and I share the worry.
BN, who
There's a lot of clones
back in the day.
as well, especially with like some Yaesu stuff. That was original, that one. It wasn't it wasn't a clone, basically.
The key that I've got.
What kind of radios do you like?
And the one I use here is as well, but it's a modern one. So I'm looking forward
Let's read some more of this.
sent over or getting it when I go to the UK.
At this weekend's Canam 2024 event,
I remember him using it back in
they
the day.
launched the 60th, so I haven't seen that. Canam
Morse. So,
ham radio.
okay, on the
Can
Junkers
ham.
then, yeah, and
Can ham.
to that now, but
Then ham radio. See if I can find that.
collecting. Terrible, isn't it? 2E0LRV in the group DG4SKN.
Oh, that's an older one, so that's not it. I never even knew about that. You want 2024, don't you? Oh, there is some video on it.
6DC.
DX World.
I was waiting for the punchline. Yeah,
Opening hours. Frying the sham. Okay.
I thought it was some sort of joke. Oh, yes, one's a cranky old git and the other one's
So, you know,
but
it is their 60th.
So, yes, I was sat here thinking,
It's nice when they bring out these anniversary models. We had it with the ICOM 51.
oh, yeah,
We had the 20th ICOM
oh, it is what it is.
ID-51. Is it the 25th anniversary?
So, you know, my sort of comical reply is that, you know,
They added,
all very, very
I think they added terminal mode.
self-righteous, and normally fall into the
And they had different colour cases, didn't they?
cheese days and things like that. You know.
Oh, it was the 50th anniversary.
Anybody likes it,
Wow.
about 10, 15 years, say, cheese stations, and they go, yes, nodding their head knowingly, so there we go on that one.
There you go. And it is nice
Well, we go.
when they do it.
Yeah, I've got one here that I've had nearly
The main thing is you needed the OPC 2350 cable to do terminal mode, but it does it well, and I've still got my model. If I can find it. So what they did, grab it now. And the good thing about these batteries, I mean, they're interchangeable with other models. They just hold their charge. Like this thing, I don't think I've turned this one on for months, and there it is. And it's, you know, it's a beautiful device. It's hard to see, to appreciate just on my camera there, but it's a beautiful device and I love using it. That's why I don't sell it. So what they did the anniversary models, and then they brought them out. They weren't labelled anniversary anymore, but they brought out the colours, and I really like it in blue. Pretty sure I got this one from Martin Lynch. No activity on Reflector 1 Charlie. So that's HubNet you're listening to in the background, timed out. So really, if you ask me, the 51 was ahead of its time. The DR mode and the functionality was ahead of its time, so I completely get that they sort of pretty much used how that worked. You know, the sort of nuts and bolts of it, the skeleton of how it works in the 52. ID-52 60th anniversary special should be with us in the UK in limited numbers sometime in late August or early September. USB-C connector, a new Bluetooth module allowing wireless connection. Yeah, so that's going to be in line with the 75. You can use it, connect to the reflectors without needing a hotspot, hopefully. Because if it's just terminal mode, then you have to use Doozy. Maybe a new app will be developed for Doozy that will work on your Android device. Otherwise, I'm using my PC to use Doozy, but it works really well. It comes with the FAS270 antenna. I'm guessing that's the normal antenna. Let's Google it. Copy. Enter. There you go, looks like a standard ICOM antenna to me. 144, 440, then you've got wide receive as well. 495 kilohertz to 1300, and it's very wide receive on this device. In a VFO mode. Band select. There you go. And if you can see that. See all the bands? Just here on the right hand side. And that's on the let's go to VFO on the B and now do that again. And there you are. Less bands, but you know, everything you want to listen to is there. Air band, marine band, all that kind of stuff. It's all there, isn't it? And then you just long press the DR button, DR here, and you're in DR mode. There's a learning curve to DR. At the bottom I'm selected that I'm going to connect to my hotspot, but I don't have to. So I can flick across and I can tell it to connect to a repeater. All the settings are preset, and that's the nice thing about DR mode, is that it packages all the repeaters, different ways of connecting, and makes it easier. Hi Justin. Well, thanks, Justin. Yeah, you know me. I'm just I enjoy playing around with lots of different radios of all kinds, whether they cost £10 or more. I just tinker. I'm here at home in my shack, which is a mess. I don't really want to show you the whole shack because it's such a mess. But I enjoy learning them and using radios, and I've been doing it since I was about 8 years old. I'm 57, so 50 years. And drinking cups of tea like I was even as a lad. I get messages every day for help, and I help as much as I can. 1.25 meters. What megahertz is that? And it's very hard to choose between the 75 and the 52. So I have to go by usability. The 52 is a bigger device. It's wider. It's not taller, but it's wider. So it feels big in the hand. And sometimes I like that, but sometimes I don't. It depends on my situation at the time. With the new 60th anniversary model, they're virtually the same device, apart from there's a big difference, and that is that the 75 on the B band, if we come out of DR mode, on the B, you select the bands, the 75, you'll see in a sec, does HF. That's 7.152 megahertz lower sideband, and it's on CW at the moment. So if we change the mode, that's LSB. So we're actually doing HF radio on a handheld, but we're only receiving. The other one is the TNC. If we go back to, you hold to the right and you can change bands. If we go back to a TNC band there, that's APRS. If we go F, then 5. We need to be in FM. F5. You'll see that APRS comes up, and so does TNC. Now you haven't got a TNC in the ICOM. In the ICOM 52, and the APRS that is in the ICOM 52 is called DPRS. So it will get you onto, it will show your location. It will get you onto APRS FI. If you've never used APRS FI, just type in APRS FI, or download the app APRS Droid. So there's the map. Let that populate, and then we'll go APRS Droid Android, like so, and that's an excellent app. 100 million % get that app. That's APRS Droid. 220 megs. I think it does do it. Let's go to VFO and try and select it. I know that's more of a USA one, isn't it? It's a good question, actually. It's jumping past it. I'll have to look at the specifications. I never ever thought to test it with 220 megs. And also, mine's a Japan model, not a USA or Europe model. So, you've got the K5, yeah, and the K599. I've actually found my K599 the other day. I bought it and then put it down and forgot I had it, but it's excellent. I love it. I love the K5 radios. You know, just...
Yes, you know,
It just sounds brilliant. £20, looks great, sounds great, and then you can modify it. So let's have a look at the frequency specification of the 52, because it's actually a good question. I would say the American version does do it, but I don't know. So we're just going to type it in: ICOM ID-52 frequency specifications. Yeah, rig picks is always very good. Use them a lot. So, it says only on receive. Look, 225 to 479, but you'll say it's 220 meg. So, yeah, that's. You know, I never knew that. What a shame. Let's do it again. Maybe ICOM 52 220 megahertz. Someone let me know. It looks to me like it doesn't, but I'm not going to confirm that because there might be a wideband mod on it. Got the usual. There it is there. VHF, VHF, UHF, UHF, VHF, UHF. Of course it's got airband, GPS, micro SD card for programming, which the 75 has as well. IPX7. So do you think that bringing out the 60th anniversary I'm trying to go back to the brochure. What do you think about the 2,400 units thing? Do you think that's sensible? Back to my hotspot. Busy there on HubNet. Always listen to HubNet. If you've never listened to HubNet, just go HubNet. Join the community. Free. And look, you can get in via All-Star, Echolink, C4FM, DSTAR, DMR, and just gateways and repeaters near you. Is that on the 75 that it needs a PC add-on on the Kenwood 75? And yeah, well done for passing your technician, Justin. Yeah, if you're going to choose your first ever HF radio, it's a bit of a tough choice. And you have to think about how much you want to spend, really. I mean, I know people moan about it, but I do like the Xiegu X6100 as a first choice. I just think it does everything. It's QRP. It does everything. I'd probably get a used one for about £400. There it is there. Actually, if we put that into rig picks, Xiegu X6100 rig picks. There you go. There you go, that's better. Has a tuner, HF 6 meters. It's good for CW. It's portable. But if someone said, well, which radio should I get used? Well, you can get Yaesu FT710s nowadays for about £800 used, and that's a fantastic radio. Yaesu FT710. I've got the sort of big brother, let's call it, of that. That's a lovely set, I think. You get a lot for your money, I think. And then obviously the 7300. I think the scope is more usable. The waterfall scope on the 7300 is, so probably number one choice is 7300. Then number two would be the 710, and then for about £700 used would be nice. The problem with the Zygo is the battery life isn't great, and it's not HF, and it's not the quality that you get with ICOM and Yaesu. So the 6200, I do prefer the design of the ICOM 6200. It's a nicer looking design, isn't it? Got here in my hand, that's your 6200. Let's turn it on. It's a beautiful radio, but I feel it's overpriced. £800. You know, I just think, yeah, it's got a removable battery. I'm going to drop this in a minute, aren't I? Definitely beautiful, and I enjoy using it. It hasn't got the R1 CBU modification. Just show you the battery. Alright, there's the battery. And I got lucky, I had some discount on this. It wasn't because of my channel, I just got discount. And they gave me a free battery. And having that removable battery is quite a big deal. And it does work fine. Yeah. I'm glad I've got it. It's another radio that I enjoy using. But for that money, you 1,000,000% get a ICOM 7300. Yeah, it's a better set. That's it. That's all I can say. It's a better set. Yeah, Japan radios coming out of Japan, they're better quality, but they cost more. You pay for it. So the ICOM 705, which is probably the best portable radio on the market. I grab it. I've got a lot of these on the desk because I've been doing a lot of sort of packet work or learning with WinLink. So that's my 705. Has a removable battery as well, which fits on the 52 and the 51. And this does everything perfectly. The only thing is they left out was a tuner, antenna tuner, but you can buy a really good tuner now for about £50, and it's the ATU100M. I'll show you that. ATU100M. See if I get a picture. Done a few videos on it. There it is there. This one here. Well, it looks like there's an Amazon listing. Now they sell for cheaper than this if you shop around. But I really like these. I think they work well. Oh yeah, there's a new Pro model. That is nearer £80, I would say, where I get it from. I mean, that's not a bad price for Amazon, really. 100 watt, 1.8 to 30 megahertz QRP. What they've done with the Pro model, they've added CW training mode. It's a very good device. I use it all the time for my QRP sets. So that's it, really. Let me know what you think about the announcement of the 60th. The main thing is they've added the red line and the word 60th anniversary to the front of the case of the actual radio. They've added USB-C. They've added a leather strap and a nice box to present it in. It's limited edition. I don't have a preference. I like all modes, and I even like apps like Zello. If you find the channel, frequency, reflector, talk group, room that you like to listen to, because most of the time I'm just listening, then just enjoy it. And DMR's the most complicated one to learn if you really want to go in and create your own channels and talk group and link to talk groups, unless someone just lends you their what we call a code plug, which is a software that programs the parameters of your DMR radio. It's probably the hardest, but then DSTAR's quite hard as well. C4FM is the easiest. I use my FT991 and FTM500. Then you've got Wires X mode, PDN mode. That's a big learning curve. And yeah, you can use Repeater Book to see what repeaters are in your area. And there's quite a few in my area. I've got DSTAR, DMR and DSTAR repeaters. And I've also got what we call a gateway near me. So someone set up their own repeater at home. And I can connect to that. It's about 5 miles away. MB7 ISW. And I can listen to HubNet on that as well. So I'll end it there. Thanks for joining my live. I just wanted to talk about the 60th. Price-wise, well, they say special price. I think it's going to be £750 for that, and I've already got it, so I'm not going to be getting another one. I do recommend it as a good device, one of the best DSTAR radios out there. I do. So